My name's Xavier. Thank you for tuning in to the channel. Make sure you guys hit the like and the notifications. We want to make sure we can actually give you guys the proper information to help you guys have success in the crypto space. Furthermore, hitting the notifications, you guys will be updated with new content and new videos, and we'll be pushing out new content and videos to you guys every day, as a lot is happening in the crypto space, and I don't want you guys to miss out on this great opportunity. So let's get right into this video, folks. Right now, I want to actually talk to you guys about what's happening with the Binance versus the Coinbase situation. Folks, if you guys don't know what's happening, the SEC recently has gone against two exchanges in the United States. One of them is Binance and the other one is Coinbase. As you can see, this news article right here, Binance escapes asset freeze in exchange for wrath restrictions. Recently, Binance.us, which is a US exchange was recently about to go through an asset freeze as the SEC was looking to freeze their assets. Well, they actually came to an agreement not too long ago today, and the agreement stated with the consent order signed by Saturday, Binance.us agreed to repatriate assets held for the benefits of domestic customers and keep them under control of domestic personal holdings. The CEO or Chang Peng Zhao do not have access to such funds, limit company spending regular expenses, and submit to expedite discoveries. Folks, the freezing of assets would be a horrible situation in the United States for Binance.us. If they froze the assets on the exchange, all customers who have money on the exchange wouldn't be able to get their assets off the exchange. So not financial advice, but if you do have funds on Binance.us, or if you have funds on Binance or any centralized exchange, I encourage you guys to take your money off the centralized exchanges and put it into a hardware wallet. There's definitely different hardware wallets that you can actually look into. I'm going to make a video on some different hardware wallets that you can actually choose from so you guys can protect your profits. Remember, if you don't control your private keys, you don't control your funds. Another article I just want to share with you guys, Binance has reached crucial agreement. What does this mean for Binance.us customers? So this agreement means for Binance.us customers that is implemented that users' funds will be able to continue to be there, that the SEC will not freeze funds. This agreement is in response to the SEC attempting to freeze all funds on Binance.us. So they came to an agreement that they will not freeze funds. If they actually froze funds on this exchange, it's actually be like equated to the death penalty. Because what would happen if you freeze funds on the exchange? So say, for example, as a consumer or even a trader, if they freeze funds, you wouldn't be able to withdraw your funds off that exchange. So what does that mean? That means that your money is locked into a litigation that potentially you wouldn't be able to get your funds back. Because remember, FDIC does not assure cryptocurrency. So even if the exchange files for Chapter 11, you would lose everything. So this is the reason why I'm saying if you do have any money on these exchanges, it's very practical that you guys get a hardware wallet. And folks, there's definitely many different options of hardware wallets that you guys can choose from. If you guys check the bio in our link, we have two specific hardware wallets that you guys can choose from. Specifically, the Ellipal is a great hardware wallet. The link is in our bio. If you're looking to get a hardware wallet, make sure that you go and get one. And the other one is the Ledger. Although Ledger has been having some things going on with the update, and a lot of people are not really happy about the updates with Ledger and how what's going on with the situation with Ledger, folks. So it's kind of a mix and pull, but overall, the most important thing is you gotta make sure you control your private keys. And the only way to control your private keys is to get a hardware wallet, so make sure that you guys do that. Next thing I want to do is I want to actually go and actually look at some charts real quick, because obviously this Binance situation is affecting the marketplace. Not only that, Binance has pulled out of some other areas. Binance recently pulled out of Nigeria. They also recently pulled out of Canada. Binance pulled out of areas. So considers to pull out of the U.S., which they're considering to pull out of the U.S. But if we look at what's going on, there's been news articles of things that have been happening to Binance. Binance pulling out of Cyprus also pretty soon. People withdrawing their money from Binance. Binance shutting down in many other countries, and this could probably be due to the SEC litigation. But let's go and actually look at the charts and see what's going on. So right now we're on BTC to USD. So we can see that the market has been having some up and down movement and some really down movement in the last month or two. And potentially we could see potentially more down movement actually come to the downside very, very soon. The reason why we could potentially see some more down movement going to the downside is if the SEC does rule that Binance and Coinbase has broken regulations, and they rule that they did, this could potentially close Binance.US in the market in the United States, and also Coinbase, which is a huge, one of the two largest exchanges. Binance is one of the largest exchanges in the world, and Coinbase is followed after Binance. So two of the top two crypto exchanges in the world right now are being tested by the SEC. And we can actually see that this actually has been playing on the market, and we can see that this has been pulling the market in a downtrend. If you guys look, and the market is trading sideways, so if you guys look, that the market is going kind of in a sideways pattern, but even in the sideways pattern, we did have some moves up to the support line. We do have trend lines right here. We have a trend line right here. We have a trend line right here. As you guys can see, we have not broken the trend line. We are actually moving down the trend line. So this is the top of the trend line, and you can see that we are moving down the trend line. In this area right here, you can see consolidation in these areas. This area right here has been consolidated. You do see that resistance push the market down. Of course, when you see that resistance push the market down at a certain level, you do see support come back in, but support is not enough towards the resistance levels right now, especially with all that's going on in the crypto space. And this big litigation against Binance and Coinbase is really affecting the marketplace. We can actually see that it is affecting BTC, as people are moving their funds off the exchanges, and people are trying to figure out what is going to happen to Binance and Coinbase. So folks, the next few weeks, the next few months, crypto might be very volatile. Crypto's as volatile as is, so not financial advice. Do not risk what you can't afford to lose. But folks, I think we're going to see some levels of support and resistance bouncing off each other. If you look right here, you can see that BTC hit a support level 3, which was 24,824. We haven't seen BTC hit that support level in a long time. The last time we've seen BTC hit that support level, if we actually scroll back, and we scroll back at the chart to see kind of where we're at. The last time that we hit that support level was around March. So March time was the last time we hit those levels. And potentially, we could potentially be moving down to the downtrend really soon, depending on how this case plays out, folks. So we're not really sure how the SEC is going to rule on this situation. We're still waiting to hear what's going on. Binance does go into court with the SEC. They just recently signed off on saying that they won't freeze people's funds, which is great. So that's a positive situation for the crypto markets, that customers are able to withdraw their funds still currently through Binance. So again, like I said, if you have your funds on Binance, I just encourage you guys just to take your funds off there, put it on a hardware wallet. If you do decide that you want to trade on Binance, you can trade on Binance, but make sure after you're done trading on Binance that you actually remove your funds from the exchange, so you don't put yourself in a situation that you lose everything. So the next thing we want to do is I want to go and see what's going on with some other charts. So we're going to scroll out of BTC for a second. We did see what was going on with BTC. BTC is looking like it's going to be moving down towards a downtrend very, very soon. So we're going to actually go and we're going to look at Ethereum, and we're going to see what's happening with Ethereum and where Ethereum is going to be going. Now remember, guys, when it comes to the markets and how markets moves, everything follows the rhythm of BTC. Everything follows the rhythm of the market. So everything follows. So if BTC is in a downtrend, you can also see Ethereum is lining up the same way as BTC. When we were looking at the chart for BTC, we saw this downtrend line like this. you can also see that Ethereum also has a downtrend line. Also, another place on the market where we've seen that BTC had some consolidation. In this area right here, same as BTC, we had some consolidation in this area over here too, in this specific area. And we still see that it's still moving down to the downtrend. We haven't broke this trend line. We have not broke this trend line. And we haven't broke this trend line since, if we scroll to the left and we look over here, this is the last time we touched the trend line, which was April 25th, 2023. So we are moving towards a downtrend. And potentially, we could potentially see us move down to the downtrend and continue to push down all the way to a potential support line where we could potentially hit the support line 5 or support line 6 even, especially with this litigation with the SEC and Binance. This for like worst case scenario, not financial advice, but worst case scenario. Let's just say that the SEC rule on Coinbase and Binance as they broke regulations and rules, and they ruled that they were in the wrong, and they fine them and they shut them down. Well, obviously, if they do that, it's gonna disrupt the crypto marketplace because those are two of the largest exchanges in the world. So that is gonna put a huge impact on the price of BTC and potentially on Ethereum. Now, that price impact I don't think is gonna be forever, but it will affect the market. It could potentially affect the market for a couple months until our next halving, which is coming in 2024, which is the halving supply of BTC gets cut in half from 6.25 to 3.125, which potentially could actually push BTC's price of parabolic or even bullish. If you look at BTC at its last halving prices, you can see that BTC's prices actually increased in value from the last halvings of BTC. So potentially that's what we're looking for next year. We're looking to see if that potentially happens again. But till then, we'll potentially could be also seeing a downtrend until we get into 2024. So not financial advice. I think potentially we are going to be moving towards the downtrend depending on what is going on with litigations with Binance and Coinbase. And regulations also with cryptocurrency is starting to come out as the MICA recently came out for Europe, which states the guidelines for regulations for cryptocurrency in the EU. And the UK is looking to follow suit and try to come up with some regulations on that too. So folks, thank you for tuning in to Crypto Juice Talks. What do you guys think about the Binance and SEC litigation? Do you think it's putting a huge impact on the crypto marketplace? Do you think potentially it will continue to push the crypto marketplace down to the downtrend? Or do you think that the Binance and Coinbase will be able to rule against the SEC and beat the SEC and could potentially push BTC or Ethereum back up into price? Thank you for tuning in to Crypto Juice Talks. I'll see you guys.